Welcome, everybody, to the live stream. If you are watching the recorded version of this, just scrub ahead 30 minutes to get to the actual show. This is a 30-minute lead-in, which is going to be about sound testing, getting everybody gathered up in the lobby, and all the usual stuff that we do at a beginning of a CouchWarrior TV show. So I will see you for the story in about 30 minutes. Otherwise, prepare for a very entertaining sound check. Game sound check. Hey, Magus, how you doing out there? Good to see you. Thank you for the pie. Same to you. We got a little bit of microphone sound, obviously, and we also have some game sound, listening for crackle. Let me know if you hear any sort of crackle or weirdness in the game sound. Okay, we're hearing wind. As long as it's not crackling wind, I'm very happy.
What is wrong with crackling wind? Any kind of wind is pleasant.
All right. All right, with no crackle, I'm going to call this a done deal. I may check in again in a few minutes, but I'll fire up the music and we'll get going. Thanks for helping me out, you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in so early, you guys. Appreciate it. I see Magus. I see Demorg114. Darnair. Wolfisa. Silent Echo. Hey, hey, hey. I'm going to have a great stream. I predict that there will be no hitches in Skyrim this time around. I'm so excited to have, you know, a bug-free Skyrim session because I know that that's what's going to happen this time. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. All right. Thank you, guys. I am going to go grab a beer and get ready to start this shindig. Welcome, dear viewers, to CouchWarriorTV on YouTube. I am the CouchWarrior, and you are watching Ascendance, Threads of Aetherius. This is story number 5 in a series of tales known as the Lorkhon Saga, a multi-part story encompassing the interwoven tales of many characters that began back in 2015. If you're not sure where to start, you have several options. If you'd like to watch the series from the beginning, you are a very brave soul. You can go to Lorkhon.charactercrusade.com for the definitive series viewer's guide. This handy guide will help you find all the stories that are part of the saga in the correct viewing order. If you're new to the story but would like to catch up quickly, there is a solution for you too. Check out the full Lorkhon recap called Lorkhon Saga in a Nutshell. You can find it at lorkhonrecap.charactercrusade.com. If you love Skyrim and are also a fan of meaningful roleplay, consider checking out the amazing Character Crusade community at discord.charactercrusade.com. The music you hear in this series is generously provided by Cryo Chamber and Cyclic Law. All ad revenue from this story goes to the artists and their amazing recording labels. If you like what you hear, check out the playlist, ascendancemusic.charactercrusade.com. Finally, thank you much for checking out my channel and this story. If you'd like to support CouchWarriorTV, consider Patreon. Go to patreon.charactercrusade.com and pledge your support. Donations in any amount help to keep the story rolling. You can find all of the mentioned links in the description below. It is an honor and a privilege to be your storyteller. Thank you for taking the journey with me. Let the story begin. Well, kid, that was something else.
Yes, it was. But I can't say that I know exactly what to do from here.
Well, I sure as hell ain't had any more visions. None that I can share in polite company, that is.
Well, perhaps the only thing left to do is go visit Shadeling. Ask him. I certainly don't have any more leads. You do not need any more leads. We will provide them.
Well, that was a little scary. I didn't see that coming, did you, kid?
No, I can't say that I did, but what do you mean by actual leads? What do you have that you can tell us? The pattern becomes clearer with the elimination of the gem. We weaken the apparatus. As the apparatus weakens, our vision expands. I am here to visit and give you any help I can.
Well, that's damn convenient. Save us a walk all the way to Lake Illinalta.
That is true. So, the pattern. It is written on the land in much the same way one draws upon the page. Let me show you, before I grow weak. The apparatus is a series of powerful patterns etched on Aetherius. Combined together, their power is great. Eliminating their points weakens the apparatus. This is a pattern of power. It is the emblem of the Metatron. It is the 6-pointed cube.
The Metatron. So this apparatus is actually a pattern, and these gems are part of it, is that it?
Yes, your uncle was correct. In locating the nodes, at least 3, we can discern the others. We can see them. We can see the pattern.
Well, this is all truly interesting. I mean, really, truly. But what are we to do next? I don't understand.
You must travel to the points in question, locate the remaining gems, and eliminate them. As you can see, the gem in my house constitutes 1 point in the pattern. You must find the remaining 3.
How are we to find these? These are large regions. These aren't pinpoints. These are big areas.
That is why you have the criminal with you.
Hey now, I take issue with that. I ain't no criminal.
Perhaps you would prefer the term outlaw.
No, I don't think I like that any better.
Then I will use your given name, Robard Ravencrone. He is an accomplished tracker. He travels with you now. He can help you find them. They will take some seeking, but you will succeed.
I'm glad you have such faith in us. However, it seems like a big task.
We have provided you with a glimpse of the pattern. Now, it is up to you.
Well, I don't know about anybody else, but this is an auspicious occasion for Robard Graves, by the way, not Ravencrone. It is the first time I've been able to speak to Mr. Shadeling. I don't understand. Everybody else in the Coven get to talk to you, and I didn't.
Because your time had not come yet. Your time is now. Their time was in the before time. Your time has come. Robard Raven Crone.
Well, that's really good news, but I don't understand what it is I'm supposed to do.
It will become clear. It will become obvious. I must go now. You are on your own, but have the tools you need to complete the job. Goodbye.
Well, I gotta say, that was just a little bit odd, don't you think?
I suspect everything he does is odd. He's not exactly like us, is he?
Like us? Nothing like. Let me see that map.
All right. Where do you think we should go?
Well, the way I see it, we ought to head up there to the Pale. Yeah, it's a big area, but there's only so many places you could hide a gem that size.
Wouldn't it make more sense for us to go up to the Reach? It's closer.
All right, now listen. Am I going to be your ranger, your tracker, or not? Now, the Reach is crawling with Forsworn, and it's a big open territory with nothing to speak of, in case you're wondering. You got to be brave enough to explore it in the first place. I'd much rather hit the low-hanging fruit, right? Now, it stands to reason based on what the man said, if he is a man, that the more of these things we find, the easier it is for him to pinpoint the remaining gems, right? So why don't we start with the low-hanging fruit? Look at that one in the Pale. It's right along the road, more than likely. There's only a few places up there that you could hide a gem of that size. And the one to the throat of the world make me nervous. So let's hit the one we know first, and then move on from there. All right. Well, let's go. All right, you lead on.
I'm assuming we're going back down to the road, went away from there.
That is a correct assumption, my friend. Just continue on. Hey, did you know there is a legend here called Bard's Leap? Are you familiar with that?
No, I've never heard of it. What is it?
Well, there's this legend that some red guard bard jumped off of this thing down into the water. I don't know, I think he was trying to get cute or something like that. Did some kind of ripping sonnet from up here, and then just jumped off on a lock, got himself killed. Legend has it, if you jump off there, you're going to see his ghost. I think we should do that.
You think we should jump off of this?
I absolutely do.
Here? Off this?
Yeah, go on down there. Check it out.
I don't know, it seems rather high, don't you think?
Oh, it's high.
Oh, shh. I can't believe you pushed me.
I was just checking something out.
What could you possibly be checking out?
Well, whether or not your friend Shadeling was going to save you.
And what consideration is that of yours?
Well, stands to reason. If I'm going with you on this dangerous mission, he's going to save you over and over, but what's he going to do for old Robot? Nothing. Right? Look at you. Come back here like nothing happened. What if old Robot jumped off there, got himself killed? You think Shading's gonna save Robot? I don't think so.
What are these games you're playing with me? I don't understand it. Are we partners or not?
Oh, we partners all right, but not in the truly fair sense, are we? I ain't got no otherworldly being backing me up like you do.
Very well. Point taken.
That's right, kid. The only thing we got in this world that makes us even anymore is a great leveler. What is a great leveler but death? Death is the one thing we all have in common, but somehow you don't. Isn't that unnerving? It ripping is for me.
If you don't want to go, just say so.
Oh, I'll go with you. I'm trying to fulfill my destiny. Apparently my destiny is linked to you somehow.
You know, it strikes me as odd that a man as irreverent as you is concerned at all about destiny.
Yeah? You don't know nothing about me.
Apparently not. He seems rather confrontational right now, and I'm not sure why. Have we not found success? Have we not stayed alive? Have we not counted on one another?
What route do you plan on taking to get to this location in the Pale? Way I see it, we got a couple options. The easiest one would be go back through Whiterun, but I don't think we want to do that.
And why is that?
Well, we've been through there recently. We don't know who's watching. To me, it just seems safer to stay out in the wilderness. You know, where the wandering eye of the enemy can't see us.
All right. Guess I can go with that, but what route does that take us then?
Now we're going to head towards Rorikstad, but we're not going to Rorikstad. We're going to try to stay out of the main towns. Once we get close, we're going to cut across the tundra. There's a little valley there that leads to the North Road, and then we can follow it along to the Pale. I know a few shortcuts. You know, smugglers' tracks, other shortcuts are going to get us where we need to go. Why is it that you're so concerned about secrecy now? Well, I was concerned about it before. However, Mr. Creepy told me something I didn't know. Oh, really? What's that? The true nature of what we're doing. Who the hell has the power to block the Shadeling? Who do you think that is? Fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter who it is. Whoever it is really powerful, right? Whoever it is has a kind of power that they can block Shadeling. Doesn't that make you nervous? Hadn't thought about it. Hadn't thought about it. Boy, there's something wrong with your brain. I don't think there's anything wrong with my brain at all. Simply following the, I don't know, the clues where they lead. Isn't that what this is all about? Yeah, that's what it's all about. People who don't question nothing make me nervous. You're making me real nervous right now, kid. Believe me, I question everything. Is that a fact? For a man who questions everything, you don't ask too many questions. Maybe I like to keep my mouth shut, as opposed to shooting it off all the time. Like myself? I'll tell you what, there's something to be said for shooting off your mouth. At least you can get a response from people. From that response, you can make a judgment. Sometimes that judgment is what keeps your ass alive. And I'm very interested in staying alive. Let me make that clear. What is this business about your given name? I thought your name was Graves, anyway. Oh, it ain't always been Graves. Used to be Ravencrone, now it's Graves. Why on earth did you change your name? Maybe just to put the thumb in the eye of my mama. You really have an issue with your mother, don't you? Well, yeah. She's a nasty old fruit bat. So how does one go about changing their name? Well, when I was a kid, say around 15, I moved to Cyrodiil. Now, I didn't move there of my own free will. She sent me there. I believe the assumption was that I would make good as a professional musician. I think she had these visions that someday I would take over as Jarl of her mud kingdom. Fact of the matter is, I ain't interested in leading no kind of mud kingdom.
You think you stand a chance?
Now you getting it, boy? That's a short-range game right there. So she wanted you to be Jarl, is that it? Of course. I'm a firstborn. It was my destiny. I rejected that shit right quick, tell you that. Why is that? Look at this ring. Put it on, I'm sure it's harmless. Really? Probably not. How does all of this culminate in you changing your name? What would be the motivation for that? How does that stick a thumb in your mother's eye? Well, on account she wanted me to be Jarl. So what do? I moved to Cyrodiil. As soon as I get there, I saved up enough money so that I could change my name. You know that's expensive? They charge you all kinds of fees. I think it's so they can pay off the bureaucrats. I changed my name to Graves. Makes it real hard for her to make me Jarl. Also became a citizen of Cyrodiil. How many snowberries you know want to be ruled by someone who is technically an imperial citizen, right? Well, I screwed that up for her right quick. And it was easy. Just cost me some money. From the sound of it, a lot of money. How does a 15-year-old kid make money in Cyrodiil? Oh, it weren't easy. You can't imagine the kind of shit I had to do. Well, I'm assuming you were playing your lute. Hey, man, you can't make any money playing a lute unless you got a patron or something like that. You gotta prove yourself. I need money fast. So, I don't know. Did some fighting. Played on the street, did some pimping, stuff like that. Hang on. Did you say pimping? Yeah. As in prostitution? Well, yeah. I mean, I wasn't pimping right away. You gotta work yourself up to that. You had to work your way up to pimping, is what you're saying. From what? Well, let's just say, when I was 15 years old, I was a good-looking kid. I could score Johns all over the place. I worked like that for a couple of months, then I started thugging, because I was good and angry by that point. After thugging, I took over the business, and I started pimping. And then after pimping, I started drug running. It doesn't take long to make money. Does this bother you at all? What? Selling drugs? I don't know all of it. No. Fella gotta survive, right? Where are we going? I smell something. You and your smells. What are you always smelling? I smell necromancy. You know, it's gotta be real annoying smelling the dead. Because they're dead all over the place around here. Alright. Let's go get it. Let's get your dead.
I have to say, you seem extraordinarily salty today. What's going on with you?
Well, I don't know. Ain't nothing in particular. I'm just annoyed. Oh. Dang, kid. Hey, is this one of your cultists?
It is. What, did you think I was making it up?
No, of course not. I didn't think he was making it up. Want to take this guy? I don't know why they bother with these skeletons. Oh, there's another one. Let me get this. Sorry, Bones.
Yes. These are the cultists.
Well, that one doesn't fall right in the rock. Must have some kind of, I don't know, phasing ability?
Phasing? What's that?
You know, like phasing through walls and shit like that.
Do you just make this stuff up?
Yeah, sometimes. Long as real life ain't boring these ways, then I don't have to make shit up. There you go.
There's a couple more in there, I can see them.
You know, that's real handy, having that ability to just see shit through walls. And by the way, seeing through walls, you can do that. Why is it so unbelievable that someone could pass through a wall?
I don't know, I haven't thought about it. Can we give it a rest until we get out of here?
I suppose. Whatever. Well, that didn't work, did it?
But it should have worked.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Feed again to
What's so funny? Sometimes it's amusing, killing folks. I have a strange sense of humor, you know that? I've been told that. What, you not keeping that book? I have run out of capacity to carry books. So I'm resisting the temptation to pick them up. I see. That seems smart. Robes. All right, so back to the pimping. Why you want to talk about that? Says the man who is obsessed with my pervert father. Well, that's different. Perhaps I'm a little obsessed with my pervert traveling companion. Hey now, that ain't nice. Well, you absolutely had to know everything about my father, and I told you, didn't I? Now listen, just 'cause I engaged in a little prostitution, I ain't proud of that, but I did what I had to do. I was all about being independent. You think I was gonna go to Cyrodiil and let my mama dictate from Skyrim what I did day to day? Hell no. I had to make my own money. I'm not sure whether to be sorry for you or repelled or what. Listen, I don't need your pity. Things happen the way they happen. It's the way it is. No, I really don't understand this cult thing. Why is that? I don't know, these bastards are far too organized. Any cult I ever encountered seemed like more of a, I don't know, organic type of organization. Well, these folks seem to be organized into little troops or pods or something like that. Operating independently, but apparently all equipped the same, all organized in some fashion. There must be some sort of, I don't know, hierarchy that dictates how they operate, right? There must be. That's an astute observation. Of course it is. I'm an astute fellow. All right. Where exactly is it we're going from here? Across that tundra there. Here? Off the road? Damn straight off the road. All right. So which direction? You see that mountain over there? Yeah, that's due north. We're going to head toward that. Once we get beyond that, there's kind of a plateau and a valley. We can drop down in there. It's going to get us to the north road. Should be relatively quiet. Keep your eyes open for saber cats and wolves. All right. Well, I thank you for sharing with me your story. Must have been difficult. Oh, I don't know. Ain't real difficult at all. Like I said, kid, life is what it is. If old robot had to shake it in the street for a while to make some money, well, that's fine. Only a couple of months off my life. Only a little sliver off my pride. I got plenty to go around. Pride, that is. You're a truly strange man. Oh, I know this. But let's talk about you. Let's not. Let's not talk about me. I think we've talked about me quite enough. Oh, I don't know about that. Talked all about your daddy. I'm just wondering, are you still fixing to kill Marl? That's still a thing for you? Yes, it is. Here's what I don't understand. All right, what is it you don't understand? This Marl thing. What is it, you think he ruined your life or something? Well, he did. All right. What? You don't believe that? Well, I don't know. I find it strange. I mean, I think Marl was just doing what Marl does. Much the same way you do what you do. Can't say as that makes him a bad man. Can't say as that makes him worthy of your revenge mission. He ruined my family. Did he really? Seems like your daddy ruined your family. Well, my father only resorted to necromancy when he lost his position with House Telvanni. That was a direct result of my uncle's actions. Are you sure about that? In my experience, people is gonna do what they's gonna do eventually. They may not start out that way, but eventually they're gonna get there. I don't think nobody makes anybody else evil. I think whatever that is, they got in them to begin with. And it's just gonna take a while for it to come out. I think that's what happened to your daddy. You don't know anything about my father. You don't know anything about my mother. So, you can save your commentary. All right. So where are we headed here? All right. You see that rock outcropping right ahead of you there? We're going to head toward that. That's kind of where the river drops over the side. There's a spot there where we can climb down. All right. And we're doing all this why? Because, like I said, we're avoiding the road, we're avoiding populated areas. Are you concerned that we're being hunted or something? Yeah, I am. I am concerned that we made whoever is Shadeling's enemy our own enemy now. Isn't that not concerning to you? Perhaps I'm ignorant. Perhaps you are. Listen, I think you should reconsider killing old Marl. Are we back to this again? I thought we discussed it. We didn't discuss nothing. You shut it down. Listen, how about you just hear me out? Fine. What do you have to say on the subject? Well, what did Marl do? He disgraced my family. And how did he do that? He was espousing theories that were ridiculous. And in doing so, he lost the favor of House Telvanni and was excommunicated. And they didn't just excommunicate him, they excommunicated the entire family, which stole my father's livelihood, which put my family in jeopardy. And you was planning on being a Telvanni mage yourself? Well, that was the plan. Hang on. What is that? Something. Ah, perhaps it's from within here. All right now.
Don't tell me you're smelling necromancy, because this is just a plain old bandit cave. Speaking of bandits... Come on, bastard. Oh, shit, kid. We getting in trouble here.
You think I'm afraid of you?
I'm afraid of you, girl. Oh, shit. Yeah, these women of Skyrim. Gotta love them. They come with hammers and the whole thing. Is it different in Cyrodiil? Oh, not really. You planning on going in that cave, aren't you? Well, yes, I am. Why is that exactly? You got something to prove? Because there ain't no necromancers in there. How do you know that? Because I know a bandit cave when I sees one. Necromancers do different shit on the outside. This is all bandit shit. This is intimidation. Aren't you curious? Actually, I am. Lead on. There are magic users here. Alright, noted. Noted. Maybe hit them first, eh? Well, shit, that didn't work, did it? Are you planning to get into this fight?
I knew it.
Come on, kid. Give me an assist here. He's trying. Archer. Shit. I hit the railing. You better get her, kid. She's gonna open up on you. Why don't you rush her?
There you are.
I don't like to steal another man's kills. Some people are super sensitive about that shit. Well, I'm not one of them. Alright, good to know. Hang on. That is worth a significant amount of money. Oh yeah, she probably got a bounty a mile wide. Where does one cash that in? Sometimes the Jarls will give you shit for it. You can try that. Alright. What can we shed? Certainly those. I really need to find a merchant I can sell some things to. Running out of room. That is because you pick up literally everything. I do not pick up everything. I take those things of value. I'm just saying you could stand to be a little bit more, I don't know, selective, discriminating, if you know what I mean. Look at this ring. Put it on. I'm sure it'll be fine.
You keep saying that. I just want to see what happens, don't you?
I ain't gonna lie. Could be entertaining.
Ah, there's more of them.
Of course there is.
All right, Mr. Two Blades.
Huh?
Ah, found you.
Woo!
Those bastards didn't know what hit them. Hey, I like that trick. Where'd you learn that? Let me guess. Mr. Creepy taught you how to do that.
How did you guess that?
Well, Mr. Creepy's the only one I heard of doing that before.
You know, I think it's like phase shifting. This phase shifting thing again. I don't think it's phase shifting. It's just some sort of teleportation.
Oh, just some sort of teleportation. So casual about it now, huh? You must be growing into your power or something.
What is that supposed to mean? Means you're awfully casual about teleportation.
You know, I'm actually sort of glad we came in here.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Ooh, the woodcutter's wife. You gotta get that one.
Really? Why is that? Does it have some sort of magical property?
Oh, yeah.
Do you care to explain?
Ah, no. I'm just being nostalgic. Tell you what, back when I was about 14, I used to wander the swamps all the time. Spend lots of time out in the wilderness. It's the only place I could find peace, be honest.
Yes? What does that have to do with me?
Well, it ain't got nothing to do with you. Like I said, I was being nostalgic, right? You know what that means, right? When you think about the past, you think about, you have some memories.
I know what nostalgic means.
Yeah. Well, just across the river from Morthal, there was a woodcutter. And he had a wife, and boy, was she lonely. Oh, man.
Let me guess. You kept her company.
Oh, Robot did more than keep her company.
At 14?
Yeah, well, so what?
So what? Indeed.
All right. Where exactly are we going from here? Off here, toward the north, there should be a place we can descend safely. The goal is to get down there by the river's edge. Then we're going to follow the river up to the road. And then we're going to follow that road in an easterly direction, I think.
You think? Where are you going?
Never you mind. I'll be back shortly.
God damn the man. He seems to be taking a lot of precautions, and that makes me nervous. He obviously knows something about Shadeling that I do not. Obviously, Shadeling is powerful. I know that. I'm not stupid. But seriously. Oh, bollocks. Where is he gone exactly? Not even sure why I care. It's actually nice to be without his questions for a moment. Gods, how I crave silence. I hear wolves. How did he get down there? Oh, shit. Old mud crab's got the best of you, huh? Let old robot take care of that for you. Oh, there's another one. Dang. He never seen anybody bother to block a mud crab before. Impressive. Somehow I get the impression you don't mean that. Oh, of course I do. I am nothing but sincere. Sincerity is not something I associate with you typically. Oh, you using terms like typically now. To give old Robot the impression that we friends or something. Well, I'd hate to give you the wrong impression. Now that's just rude. Ooh, look at that big boy. What you gonna do? Go around? Or you gonna shoot through? Hmm? No, he doesn't look like he's planning on moving at all. Ooh, now you made him mad. Dang. Ooh. Are you all right? Oh, yeah. That's what happens when you get about 1,000 pounds of bear flesh moving at about, I don't know, a good clip, let's just say. You know, them bears, they're almost as fast as a horse when they're going downhill. That is fascinating. Isn't it, though? I am a real student of nature. I think you will come to discover that should you hang around with me enough. Well, I'm hoping that never happens. You know, you really are a curmudgeonly fella. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to focus on the business at hand. Oh, it's crab time. Trying the old crab blocking technique. Hey, that works. Especially on these big ones. It's not a special technique that I've developed or anything. It's just reflex. But it's a great idea. Maybe old Robot is going to go legit. Set up some kind of crab blocking training school or something like that. There's a lot of these snowberries around here who could stand to learn a thing or two about fighting crabs. I have learned through experience. Somehow I get the impression we're not talking about the same thing. Hang on, you see that? Oh, I see it. When are you going to deal with this, boy? What are you talking about? Listen, we both see now that these assassins got a hard-on for you. When are you going to deal with it is what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do about it. I have to focus on my mission. Hard to focus on your mission when you're dead. I understand that. I'm simply doing what I can. Oh, there's spiders. Oh, they be hiding in the trees. Oh, there you go. That was a well-placed shot, boy.
How far are we following this road? Alright, so here's the plan. I'm going to follow this road here, east. Oh, more spiders. Boy, this place is crawling with them. Yes, east, as you were saying. Yeah. You remember that mining camp that we passed the other day? Yes, the North Road mining camp. What was it called? Stone something. I forget. Everything is stone in Skyrim. Ain't that the truth? Well, yeah, we're gonna go there. We're gonna keep going. Now, eventually... Hey, you took care of that right away. Why are we shooting at this fella? What, is he glowing or something?
Yes, as a matter of fact, he is glowing. Can you finish it? Where is he?
I got him.
You did? Where? Another assassin. Oh, he's loaded up with arrows. And of course a contract. This doesn't look like the typical, I don't know, Dark Brotherhood assassin, is it? I trust in your experience. Find your target and do the job. Nice and easy, Master E.
Apparently he thought you was a target. Or she did.
I seem to be everyone's target.
Well, apparently that's the nature of your job right now.
I'm beginning to wonder how much you actually know about my job. I seem to be explaining to you over and over what our objective is.
Oh, I know what you're doing. Thing is, you're focused like an arrow on the one thing.
And that's a problem. Why?
Because being focused on the one thing, well, that sometimes means that you're missing other threats.
Such as?
Such as? I done already told you you're missing out on the whole assassin thing, right? Now, obviously, that assassin was not what? Was not a Dark Brotherhood assassin. But it was a person trying to kill you.
And how exactly do you know that? I wasn't named specifically in the contract.
Think about it, kid. You're an assassin, right? Would you draw your blade on anyone unless you had a contract to get paid? Why would you, I don't know, come at somebody on the road randomly unless you had the contract to kill them? Unless you truly are some kind of psychopath and just want to kill everyone. But of course, if you're an assassin, you don't stay in business long that way, which means you got more than one assassin organization trying to kill you.
Well, that's a fact I already know. The Dark Brotherhood is chasing me, and the Morag Tong is chasing me, but I don't know why the Dark Brotherhood is coming after me.
I'm just telling you. Don't you think that's a mystery we should be trying to unlock?
I understand what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying, but you're just going to ignore it. Because in your mind, old Robot's a nut job, doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't think you're crazy or anything like that. I'm just a different person than you. I feel time pressure. I have to finish this task, I need to find my grandfather, or my uncle, grandfather, before someone else does, before I get killed. Alright, explain to me how this Morag Tong contract works then, because I'm just missing something. Well, it's not a contract that was issued to me. It was issued to another member of the Morag Tong.
That it? That your best?
Now, how is it that you know this fella wasn't contracted to kill you? Just because they ain't carrying a contract doesn't mean nothing. I understand. As I was saying, the contract was issued to another Morag Tong assassin. And you stole it. Yes, I did steal it. And how did you do that? Well, I killed the other assassin and took the contract. Seems like a strange way to do business. Is that common in the Morag Tong? No, it's not, and that's why they're chasing me. And you figure you got what? A week's head start? 2 weeks, something like that? I don't know, I'm guessing. I'm thinking maybe 2 weeks. I mean, it would take... Maybe it's more. Well, what is it? Well, perhaps a week for word to get back to the Tong. Then they would have to assign someone else. Of course, naturally there would be confusion about what was actually happening. Once assigning another assassin, they would have to send them along, right? And how is it exactly that they know it's you that done it? How do they know who they're chasing? Well, I think eventually they would figure it out. They would look at the ship's manifest, they would put 2 and 2 together, discover that I went on board impersonating a sailor. Alright, by my account, that gives you at least 3 weeks. At least. Did you hear that? Are we going the right way? Oh yeah, I was going to correct you if you was going the wrong way. You're doing great. You must be some kind of instinctive tracker. Alright. Now you're going to want to go quiet. This fort here. Quite often this fort is nasty. You never know who's going to be in there. Alright, well, I guess we fighting then, huh? Think you overshot. I'm bringing it down. Well, that definitely overshot. I'm doing my best. I think you got him with the second one. What are we doing here? Well, we're trying to get past this damn fort. What is this place? Ah, it's another one of them random Nord forts out in the wilderness. Should I go around this way? Yeah, you're on the right track. Just keep going. You might want to consider not shooting no one else. All right, fine.
Someone there?
Hang on. I'm not seeing anything. Probably no mages.
I guess I was just hearing things.
What are you laughing about? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking. Fort Dunstead changes hands more than a two-septum whore. And that is funny, why? 'Cause I just made it up. Don't shoot. Just coming after that wolf. You know, something wrong in Skyrim. It's only bandits that hunt with two-handed swords. There seems to be a proliferation of two-handed swords in Skyrim. You got that right. Alright, they're all distracted by that wolf. Let's get out of here. Is this the North Road? Sure is. Really? Where does it go when it turns north? You follow that, it's going to take you to Dawnstar. What's there? Absolutely nothing. I wonder if I've been there. Have I been there? Is he covering the flank or something? Where the hell are we going? Robard, are you coming or what? Trying to cover our flank, kid. What's your issue, anyway? I'm in a bit of a hurry. All right, we're almost there. Well, where are we going? There's a couple of Nordic ruins up here. Now, both of them are on the left-hand side. Let's see. The first one we're going to come to is called Silver Tits or something like that. Silver Tits? How far up is this? No matter how long I traveled with the man, I couldn't get used to his way of being in the world. He was so casual and fatalistic and strangely real about everything. I knew he was a consummate liar, and yet somehow he was the most authentic person I'd ever met in my life. It was hard to reconcile. What on earth is he doing? I'm going to find this place on my own if I must. Oh, here. Here's a ruin. Silver Tits. What is he talking about?
We got ourselves a hero. Tell you what, you start running so I can stab you in the back.
I'm glad you showed up. I was beginning to get concerned. Oh, don't you worry about me, kid. I was just mopping up a few things on the flank. Ugh, I wonder where he's gone. This must be the place. You have found the place. I sense the power within. I am unable to join you. We cannot help. But you will find what you seek here. And with each node you discover, we will become closer to freedom. Who was you talking to just then? I was talking to myself. Oh, I see. That's something you do often? What has happened here? I don't know. Like a bunch of killing to me. But of course it's killing. I can see that. Hey, you don't like my answers, don't answer questions. It was rhetorical. Oh, that's right. Rhetorical, that's when you're talking to yourself, right? In a manner of speaking, yes. Come on, let's go find that gem. Oh, now you're certain it's in here, huh? What made you change your mind? You finally have faith in Robot's tracker skills? Yes, that's it. I now have faith in your skills. All right? Well, that is good news indeed. You can't tell me. I can't tell you how much that fills me with pride. Knowing how much you respect my skill. Listen, when were you ever actually a tracker? From the sounds of it, you've been everything but. Oh, that was in another life. All right, you need to stop saying that. I've heard that multiple times now, including from Shadeling. All of this crap about another life, a different time. It's time for you to start explaining exactly what that means. All right, don't be so touchy. I'm not touchy. Well, something. This is bad. All right, kid, let me give this a shot now. You're not going to believe any of this. I tell you what, I've made it my practice to believe very little of what you tell me. But this one time I'll make an exception. All right? You tell me the facts as you know them, and I will evaluate and decide what to believe. All right. So, how familiar are you with dragons? Oh shit. Dragons? You're starting with a lie right off the top? This is going nowhere. No, I mean it now. Dragons. All right. I know next to nothing about dragons. I know that they were creatures who were once in power millennia ago, and there were people who followed them. Exactly. In fact, these Draugr you kill in here were once those very people. Now imagine for an instant, there was a dragon who was super powerful, like the king of dragons. All right, the king of dragons. Got it. Now, this dragon, he was real powerful. He was like the king of all the dragons. So, you got all these people who worshiping dragons all across Skyrim, all beating their drums and wearing their skins and doing all the things that they'd done back then, right? Worshiping dragons. This here fella, he was like the leader of the dragons. All right, I'm getting your point. He was a powerful dragon and he was the leader. Exactly. And hey kid, I don't think your shit works on them. Oh, I didn't know you were down there. Well, sometimes you need to get up close and personal, kid. Gotta get in their face. Let's see if you want the pain to end. All right, leader of the dragons, I understand. So, what? Oh yeah, leader of the dragons. Anyways, he was the leader of the dragons. Everybody called him the world eater. On account of, I don't know, he wanted to eat the world? I know, it doesn't make a lot of sense. All right. You ever read nothing about the world eater? I think I remember something. I think I remember something about his name was Elduin or something like that. You got that. All right. It's Elduin. Anyway, so Elduin comes back. And he starts wreaking havoc, starts raising dragons from the dead, and there's dragons are coming out the woodwork, right? What do you mean, back then? No. Like now. But there are no dragons now. Well, there was. When were there dragons? If Alduin was running around raising dragons from the dead, this would be news all over Tamriel. I've never heard anything of this. What are you getting at? This is ridiculous. Not sure why we're even talking. Now, you asked for the information, and I am providing it. You don't want to listen, that's fine, but I'm telling you. All right, so what does this have to do with this before time, or whatever it is? All right, I'm getting to that. But I wish you'd get to it already. How does this work? I don't know. Turn a thing to a whale. What here? No. I think it's challenging us to use the right one. These puzzles are strange. So anyway, this super dragon, he's running around, he's raising other dragons from the dead. And this is long after the dragons had been dealt with. Oh shit. Robard, if you wouldn't mind. Where is it? Hello? Where are you? Is it dead? Where did it go? Back up the tunnel. Are you coming or what? Oh shit. Oh, it's hiding. I see. He's up here somewhere. But I know that. Oh, here he is. Oh shit, there's another one. Good shooting, kid. Ooh. What are we trying to do? Block it to death? Now, no need to get sarcastic. Anyway, this dragon, he's raising folks from the dead. People from the dead? No, other dragons from the dead. Okay, so this is taking place long after the dragons disappeared, is what you're saying? Yeah, it's like 6 years ago. 6 years ago? Can't believe I listened to you. Oh, I believe it. Because I'm a strangely compelling fellow. You are not strangely compelling. You are a liar. Now, everybody knows robots are liar. I mean, how's that news? Anyway, here's the deal. It turns out... Well, you know those old farts that you hear about from the legends? The people who killed the dragons? Yes, the stories say that there were a group of, Nordic heroes that dealt with the dragons, right? Exactly. Well, it turns out they didn't really kill the dragons off. They didn't. No. They just kicked the bottle down the road. What does that mean, kick the bottle down the road? Well, it's a figure of speech when someone passes along responsibility. I know it's a figure of speech. I mean, what do you mean by it? What I mean is they didn't really kill off the dragons. I don't understand. I thought they used an Elder Scroll to destroy the dragons. Well, that ain't really what happened. All right, what really happened? That Elder Scroll, either it was a special Elder Scroll or they didn't know what they was doing or something like that. They moved old Alduin into the future. They just pushed him into the future. They didn't really kill him. All right. Supposing your theory is correct. The legends have all said for years that the dragons were destroyed by humans. Well, that ain't exactly true. All right, let's say I believe you. An Elder Scroll is used for whatever purpose. It's either used incorrectly, or it's an Elder Scroll that isn't meant to destroy, but to do some other crazy thing, like you're describing. So they pushed the dragon into the future. That is correct. Isn't that dishonorable? I mean, didn't the ancient Nords live by some sort of code of some sort? Oh, sure they did. I don't know if they done it knowingly. Suppose they did. I don't have any first-hand knowledge of this. I still don't understand what you're getting at. What I'm trying to tell you is that 6 years ago there was dragons flying around, and there was only a small group of people who could deal with them. And those people were people who had the ability to read the dragon language, and some of them were able to harness that language to actually fight dragons with their own power. So you're saying fighting fire with fire, as it were. That is exactly what I'm saying. All right, I will bite. Who are these legendary heroes? Well, that, my boy, would be the Dragonborn Covenant. Wait. Are you saying that was you and my uncle? And a few others? You can read the dragon language. Sure. I mean, I can read it. I can't do shit with it, but I can read it. All right. So the Dragonborn Covenant. The Dragonborn Covenant is a collection of heroes like yourself. That is correct. We could read the language, we could understand what was happening, and we took action because we was the only ones who could. You understand this is very hard to believe. Well, believe what you want. Let's see if I can reach this. Ooh. Yeah, that was a close one. Well, it's a rather obvious trap, wasn't it? Sure. Anyways, is all this clear to you now? Clear as mud? No, as a matter of fact, nothing is clear. How in blazes do we get through here? Oh, there's got to be a switch here. Again, you're still not explaining anything about this concept of the before time. But I'm trying to get to that, kid, but you gotta let me explain. You gotta have context, you know what I mean? Right, I understand. Continue. Hang on. You hear that? Yes. There's definitely more. So you have this group, and what brought you together was this common ability to read the dragon language. Yeah, you know those word walls? Yes, I've seen quite a few of them now. That's what I'm talking about. Those word walls are written in the dragon language. Really? I can read those. Yeah, you can. Listen, kid, I've been telling you. I've been dropping hints like crazy. Well, that's why I'm asking you to speak in plain terms. Let's get rid of that. And that. Extra crap. Whew. That was a close one. Just about got your face bashed in. Yes, that would have been unfortunate. So here's the story. Myself, your Uncle Marl, Vanda. Wait, Vanda can read those? Oh, sure he can. And then Twist, he was part of it. Twist the ghost. Yeah. All right. Gets more far-fetched by the moment. All right, who else was part of this group? There was another fella. Now, his name was Aetherius. Aetherius. Now that is a name I've not heard mentioned. Oh, Aetherius, you would have hated him. He was a real, he was a Nord's Nord, you know what I mean? He was from the old country. What do you mean, like, Atmora? Yeah. Yeah, he spoke with this weird accent and all that. But, yeah, he was some kind of Nordic shaman. Now, he had the real power. What do you mean by that? He could read the language? Oh, more than that. He could read the language, but he could actually use the voice. Ah, you mean like the Thum? He could actually shout. Yeah, he could. Now, some of the rest of us could do it, but we weren't no good at it. He was real good at it. He was like a savant. However, the problem with old Aetherius was that, you know, he needed some help to figure out what he was doing. He wasn't from here. Our language wasn't his first language. He'd lived kind of a sheltered existence in Atmora, in some kind of something sort of like a monastery. He was sort of a shaman type, you know? So we all banded together to support him. All right, and what does this have to do with the dragons? Well, last time I saw him, he was flying off on the back of a dragon, and I never saw him again. He was riding a dragon, really? Absolutely. And then what happened? Well, I don't know. He flew off on a dragon, and I didn't see him again for a long time. So you did see him? No, I mean to say I never saw him again. Okay. So what happened? So he flies off on his dragon, right? Vanishes into the mist. And then we all sitting around waiting like something's gonna happen, you know. We waited a day. And we waited 2 days. Pretty soon it was going on a week. All starting to get bored, starting to get worried. And then suddenly, what? Just like that. Time reset. What do you mean reset? I mean it reset. It like started over. Time started over. It doesn't make sense. Well, that's what we're talking about when we say the before time. The before time. All right. So, how is it that you know time reset? On account of things started happening over again that I already done. All right. Listen, we had a meeting after that, and Marl kind of figured it out. We all had the same experience. All of us who was in the Covenant who could read the language, it was like time reset, and everybody around us didn't know what happened. It was like they didn't get it. It was like we was on some kind of strange island where only we understood what had happened. All right. How much did time reset? Well, let's see. It went back to the very moment that Alduin appeared in this world, so it would have been something like 2 years. It was like 2 years of our lives just erased and started over again. Really? And how long ago was that? About 6 years? You've been reliving time since then. 6 years ago. Well, yeah, it was like time started fresh. Here it is. Here's the gem. Ooh, he's mad. Look at him. Listen, I'm not a great one to explain it. I mean, Marl was the one who really kind of figured it out. So I don't understand. Well, the way Marl explains it is when those ancient Nord snowberries used that Elder Scrolls, they created some kind of disruption in time, and when Alduin died, it was corrected and everything reset. So somehow using the Elder Scroll damaged time, and killing the creature fixed it, is what you're saying. That is exactly what I am saying. Now, I ain't so eloquent as old Marl is. He knows all them details and whatnot. But that's how he explained it to me. And this is the dragon language. Indeed it is, kid. Go give it a read. Weapon disarm. This is truly magnificent. So you believe in now? I think I do. Well, that is surely good to know. Makes me feel a little bit less crazy than I have the last few years. You can't imagine what it's like to relive the same shit over and over. I spent 2 years building a business, building a criminal network, only to have it set back 2 years, like starting the clock all over again. I imagine that was frustrating for you. Kid, it was frustrating for all of us. Maybe now you got a little bit of insight into why we all hate each other's guts so much, too, but it's brought on by stress and aggravation. Life is hard enough to live once. Doing it a second time? No thank you. You know, your uncle was beside himself, right? What do you mean? Well, think about it. He spent years doing research, trying to flesh out his theories, trying to get people to believe him. We finally worked it out so he had an audience with the Emperor himself. He was about to convince the Emperor that the Lorkhon particles was real. And then it was snatched away. Imagine how that would feel. So what did he do? Well, of course, he'd already done all of his research. I mean, all of us who's in the Covenant, we could remember what was happening. So when time reset, he sat down and started writing like crazy. Wrote all of that shit down before he would forget it. Unfortunately, the circumstances that allowed him to meet the Emperor will never be repeated. Thus is the puzzle of the pattern, my friend. The threads never cross the same way twice. I see. Right. You. Wait here. Just guard this area for me, back me up. I'm going to go deal with that gem. It's mighty kind of you to think about my safety. Right. How can any of this be true? Makes no sense. A break in time. And they repaired it. This is on the word of one man who I can barely trust as it is. I need to corroborate this with someone else. Perhaps with Shadeling? This is perhaps the one time I would like to talk to my uncle. Right. Come on. Never gets easier. Another one down. He's literally asking me to deny everything I understand about the world around me. I have to decide who I trust and what I believe. If what he says is true, this is also confirmation of the legitimacy of my uncle's theories. Ah, shit. Have I come on this mission for nothing? Literally nothing. I guess I'm wondering where we go from here. Would you suggest the throat of the world?
What you gonna do, huh? What you gonna do? God. Go!
That would seem the place, kid. Unfortunately, that's where we gotta go. Although, there is a big radius on Shadeling's pattern there. It is a large area to cover. But understand, right at the center is the throat of the world. And we should be concerned about that? Well, I certainly think so. All right. So be it. I got a way we can get up to the top without being seen, at least for most of the ways. All right, where do we go? Well, we're going to follow the White River upstream. There's a spot once we get closer to Whiterun where we can cut across a field and there's a cave there. If we go in that cave, that'll get us close to the top anyway. What are you concerned about? Well, mainly these cultists. I mean, we don't want them to see us coming. There were no cultists here. And they seem to make a practice of knowing where these things are. That's true. All right, we'll take you away. These men, friend or foe? Well, they don't seem hostile. You understand that this is a lot to absorb, right? Oh, of course. So exactly, how did it work? I mean, did you form the group? Oh, hell no. Your uncle did. Marlevor formed the group? Well, basically he did. We sort of fell together. In an interesting way, it was sort of informal. But once we figured out what was going on, we knew we had to put our heads together to figure out how to solve the problem. Believe me, kid, those were some strange times. The only thing I am thankful for is that I don't need to relive those years as they happened. I don't need to go back and relive them with all the dragons and all the shit that happened. I actually believe him. I don't know why, but I do. Maybe it's that strange sincerity he has. That strange fatalistic, self-deprecating, frustrating, infuriating sincerity. Even though he's an avowed liar, I believe him. All right. So what exactly happens now? What is Shadeling's role in this? I don't know, that's a good question. He seems to be the one who actually understands what threads to pull. That's how Marl used to describe it. Like we was talking about some kind of web of interconnected events. Somehow Shadeling was able to see it. He was able to see that thing he calls a pattern or whatever, and he could predict what was going to happen next. He could predict where we needed to be at any given time. He could give us guidance. And so that's what we did. We followed his guidance. And it brought us together and took us down that road. So did Shadeling take an active role in things? Actually, he did. He did take an active role in things. When the time came, he was the one who was responsible for setting things up, pulling the right threads so that Marl could get an audience with the Emperor. But even Shadeling couldn't predict that Idastag would end that dragon before we could take any action. That was a real damn tragedy if you're asking me. Maybe I thought it was more tragic than it was. I figured something like that happened was bound to break your uncle, but it didn't seem to. He went about his business. He worked harder than ever on his treatise. Yes, of course. His treatise was the undoing of my family. Well, that would make sense. I hate to say it, kid. But in the other time, your family didn't fall apart. Maybe had your uncle been able to follow through with his meeting with the Emperor, your world wouldn't have fallen apart. Then again, maybe it would have. Because maybe your uncle or your father was just a bastard from the beginning and was bound to be a bastard no matter what happened. In my experience, people who are destined to be bastards are going to find a way to get there no matter what. It's just a matter of time before something turned them. Your words are very comforting. They ain't meant to be comforting. I'm not here to comfort you. I'm done trying to comfort people. I have a hard time imagining that you comforted anyone in your lifetime. I comforted the woodcutter's wife. And we are back to that.
That's your bet. It's nothing. Die, damn you.
And right on cue, the Lorkhon particles drive it home. Right on cue. You know, it's worth considering, kid. I mean, you're so hard on killing your Uncle Marl and all that. But maybe he really did know what was going on.
In the other time, had he been allowed to finish out what he had set out to do, there may have been a lot of people in Tamriel who considered him to be some sort of hero. I see what you're trying to do, and I'm a long way from believing your theory. Alright, you believe what you like. I'm just saying, you don't gotta walk down around hating everybody if you don't want to. I mean, if you believe at least any scrap of what I'm telling you right now, you should be thinking long and hard about what you believe at the moment. What I think about is my mother's last days. She was a strong, proud woman. She was beautiful. She was smart. She was noble. She had a family that was respected. She had a life that she loved. And it was taken away from her because we were excommunicated. That responsibility falls on no one but my uncle. It can't be blamed on anyone but him. That may be true, but I can't help but thinking about how malleable time is. You know, there was a day when I wouldn't have thought about that. There was a time when I would have been all about my skooma and my women and all that. Well, I still am. But I think more deeply about things now. I realize that there's more going on in this world than any of us understands. There's gonna come a point where you understand that too. Maybe your opinion will change. Let me ask you, since you obviously respect your mother so much, if she knew what you was doing right now, would she approve? Would she think that throwing your life away, being hunted by at least 2 criminal syndicates that we know, throwing your life away, chasing down your uncle with the intent of committing murder, was a noble thing? She probably wouldn't, but that's not my concern. She is Ash now. Maybe she is Ash. I certainly don't know what you believe about the afterlife, but I gotta believe your woman, your mother, being who she appeared to be,
I think you're bleeding.
would not agree. Are we nearly there? Oh, we's nearly there.
I'm getting out of here. God. Help!
Careful now. Who's this clown?
Look what you made me do. No sign of her.
You can think whatever you want about me. I'm just trying to make you think about your circumstances. I don't need you to make me think about anything. I'm quite capable of that myself. Well, you seem to be working on this idea that you got all the facts when clearly you don't. I find it ironic, you talking about facts at all. Is this the place? Is this it? This is it. It's gonna be a long slog, boy. You ready? I'm ready to get this over with.
We still have 2 gems to find. Stop the chatter. Let's go. Is this the place? Sure is. Pleasant, innit? No, actually it's not. Are you sure this is it? I don't know, I think so. What would this have been used for? Oh. Well, let's keep following it. See if it goes anywhere. Maybe old robot is mistaken. What do you mean mistaken? Do you understand the way or not? Hey, listen, everybody makes mistakes, kid. Isn't that basically why we're in this mess in the first place? I'm leaving. Clearly you don't know what you're talking about. Perhaps we should just run up the mountain. Oh, you go right ahead and try running up there. Oh, hell, this is it right here. Really? But it was close, I'll give you that. Of course it was. What thoughts do you have at the moment?
All right now, it's just us. Couch Warrior is busy, so we gonna have a little chat. Get all intimate like. Now I know y'all are busy trying to one-up each other with profound repartee, and this here essential activity may seem like a dalliance. That's why I'm taking this opportunity to point out the seriousness of this matter. Take a second and hit that ripping like button. Arcade's balls, give the dick jokes a rest. You snowberries ain't the ones gotta sit with him while he cries. It's damn heartbreaking is what it is. Now, I reckon most of you deviants got a scroll wheel on that mouse of yours. Let old Robard show you how to tickle it. Place your finger on it. Doesn't matter which. Just a light touch now. Nice and easy like. Do it with me. Ease it on down. That's it. Right there. Now look close. Closer. Get your face right in there. You see that icon? The one with the thumb going right up the... Well, the thumb pointing up, leastways. Now don't mess this up. Ease that mouse pointer over that like button. There you go. That's a spot right there. Now smash it. Kind's tits. I hope that was good for you. I'm having all manner of salacious visions right now. Well, thank you for helping out. Means a whole lot to all of us. Now, I gotta go take care of something. Dang, I think these pants shrunk. That last time. Yeah, I did.
Look around, kid. Does this cave look the same as the other cave? Actually, it does. Exactly my point. Hold on.
What? No, no. This can't be happening.
Ooh, you sucked her magic hard. I didn't suck her magic. I boiled it. Oh shit. How does this cave get us where we need to go? Well, it goes right up the damn mountain. I understand we're going to be climbing several thousand feet. Going to take some time. You might get a little lightheaded. Not going to get lightheaded. You really do not have any sense of humor. Like none. None whatsoever. There is a time and place for humor. This is not it. Are you sure? I ain't seen too many places that couldn't do with a little humor. There. There you go. Get them while they're sleeping. Oh, beautiful shot, kid. Thank you. Here, get that bastard too. Now that is a way to do it, kid. I never much understood the point of people spending so much time practicing their blade work, you know what I mean? I mean, the best kind of warrior is one who never draws a sword, right? Never gets in trouble in the first place. That is an interesting point of view. Are you a pacifist? Hell no, I'm a realist. Why would I fight somebody who I can kill where they're sleeping? That just makes sense. I suppose you do not have the scrap of that Nord, I don't know, honor we were talking about? No, I do not. I may be of Nord origin, but remember, I am a citizen of Cyrodiil. That's right, you're a citizen of Cyrodiil. Hey, grab that cooked beef. I'm getting hungry. All right.
What was that?
I still can't get over that trick.
What was that?
Oh, kid. You gotta go a little higher than that. I mean, it worked, but shit. Well, she stood up. Well, of course she did. She knew you was sneaking up behind her. You know what I don't understand? No. What don't you understand? I mean, why don't I get to talk to Shadeling? Second of all, how come I don't get no interesting powers like that? I don't know. Maybe I'm special. Oh, you're special, all right. What is that supposed to mean?
She said I'd forget.
Just that you're
Usually I do.
just really good at your job.
Still remember their faces.
Don't believe you. What are you waiting for? There's someone at the top of this hill. And there's something going on to our left. I would certainly love to deal with this person at the top of the hill before we enter this room. All right, here it comes. Here it comes. Relax, kid, they ain't coming. I'm watching our flank. All right. You are tense. This is a combat situation, right? You understand that? Since we're talking, you know what I don't understand? What is it that you do not understand? Given your tense relationship with your mother, how the hell did you manage to secure a deed to build a mine in territory she controls? How exactly did you manage that? I mean, does she not hate your guts, as you say? Oh yeah, she hates my guts. I hate hers right back. All right, but that doesn't answer my question. Well, the thing is, see, she's got this boy toy she hangs out with. I don't know if they're married or nothing yet. Actually, knowing my mother, she's got a real limited capacity for love. Take it from the man who was supposed to be her son for years. Love is not something that she does easily or often. All right, so what does this have to do with the deed? Well, this boy toy of hers, can't remember what his name is, like Ass Fur or something like that. Ass Fur. His name is Ass Fur? I'm pretty sure it is. Ass Fur. Anyways, she leaves a lot of the administrative shit to him. So anyways, I just snuck in there. Gave old Ass for the point of my dagger. You can't imagine his surprise waking up in the middle of the night next to his true love with the point of my dagger at his throat, asking for a deed. He got his dumb ass right out of bed and wrote me that deed, tell you that. You are truly the businessman. You don't know the half of it. And I don't want to know the other half of it. Do you think it's clear? I don't know. Looks damn clear to me. You see anything a-glowing over there? Actually, I do. Oh, shit. A wrinkle in time. You are encumbered, my friend. You might want to consider getting rid of some shit. I'm going to get rid of some stuff, but what? Let's see. I suppose I don't need that. These staffs seem like a bother. Anything else? Oh. You got this one, or you want my help? I would welcome your help anytime you care to give it, but I certainly don't count on it anymore. You have proven unreliable in that department. Well, that was a misfire. Shut up. I'm trying to concentrate. Better get him now. Ooh, he's hiding.
I was hoping to feed.
There is certainly a proliferation of cultists here. Proliferation. Far as I know, that word means like a lot, right? Yes, it does, as a matter of fact. I like it. I'm going to start using that one. Proliferation. Proliferation. I like how it rolls off the tongue, you know? Perhaps you should name your firstborn Proliferation. Well, that would be a little hard to do, because I imagine I have a proliferation of children out there I don't know about. So, how would I do that? Yes, you are truly a gem. This I know. I've been told that many times. Many a time did a woman say, "Robot, you are a gem. Now may I polish you, please?" I suppose I opened that can of worms, didn't I? Are you quite sure this goes anywhere? Hello? Robot! Oh, damn the man. There he is. Oh, shut up. I think you got some anger issues, boy. There you are. What were you doing? Oh, I had to squat for a minute. Of course. Why do you suppose we'd be finding dead cultists here? I don't know. Supposing maybe the Greybeards found a way to protect this place? The Greybeards? Who are they? They're the monks that live at the top of this mountain. Really? I believe I remember reading something about the Greybeards. Greybeards is what concerns me about all this. Cultists in High Hrothgar? There are a few things I can think of that are more scary than that. Is that a ghost? It certainly looked like it, but it's gone now. How do we get through here? Well, we gotta go up that tunnel. There's a switch up there. So you have been through here before. I told you I knew the way. There's a ghost. That looked an awful lot like a graybeard to me. Do you see the graybeards often? Where are you? I'm back here. Don't worry about me. You gotta climb up on top of that rock. There's a switch up there or something. Are you sure? Oh, here it is. It's a chain? Yeah. Hey, there's a chest over here. Let's see. What's with these tribunal masks? I mean, I know what the tribunal is. We don't see these nearly as frequently in Morrowind as we see them here. Strange. When did you meet the Greybeards? When I had to become somewhat familiar with the Greybeards when Eidestag was doing all his shit. What do you mean? Well, it was the Greybeards who really taught him how to use his voice and all that. Were you with him when this happened? No, I wasn't there. I heard about it. Secondhand. You're getting good at sneaking, kid. I just follow on back here. Well, I'm glad you're so comfortable. Oh yeah, it gives me time to do some thinking. That's great. What do you think we're going to find at the top? Tell you what I'm hoping we find is a great big gem. Floating around. I got 50 septums, says you can't hit that one way on top. I'll take that bet. You owe me 50 septums, bastard. Ah, look at you, bastard. Oh shit, look at all of them. It's a shame to kill them. They're already dead, are they not? I suppose. It seemed kind of unfair. Oh, are you okay? I'm fine, landing in the snow. I'll see you at the top. Well, we're almost there. What do you think? I don't know. This whole thing is strange. All this to find my uncle. Now I'm not entirely sure I want him dead. Ah, you're coming around. Is that your goal, to convince me to keep him alive? No, I just want to convince you to make a good decision, that's all. In the end, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. It is true. I'm glad you at least understand that. Oh, you'll be surprised when I understand. I could have handled that, you know. Hey, weakness together. You double team someone when you can. You fight dirty. How do you think I survived for so long? There you go. I got this one. Come on. All right. You're gonna take a left, right up that tunnel. What about that way? Ah, no, you don't want to go that way. Why? What's that way? Oh, that's just another tunnel that leads to a chamber that goes all the way to the bottom. Now that's where you want to go if you need a rapid exit. Where you want to go is to the left here. My left? Yeah, your left. Right. All right, kid. This is it. Up the hill. The monastery's at the top. We close now. This is it. He's gone again. It's fine. It looks imposing. It would be nice if Shadeling showed up again once this was done. Maybe to let us know where the last one is. Something tells me he may not do that. We gotta be prepared to find it ourselves. Is that what it takes? So maybe you're going to have to go traipsing around the Reach amongst the Forsworn anyway. Yeah, that's possible. Come this far, though. So this is High Hrothgar, eh? It is somewhat grim, don't you think? Absolutely it is. Perfect place for a bunch of monks to live. Monks who've dedicated their lives to nothing but understanding things that are so esoteric you and I would rather take our own lives and learn them. Yeah, this is the throat of the world. I can only hope that it doesn't swallow us whole.